Welcome back to Khans of the Steppe. In between episodes, I have given away all the land that we got down here, and I've once again sorted our royal court artifacts, so we have a lot less of them. I mean, we still have more than we had at the start of last episode, but there's no real way to fix that. Why is there no real way to fix that? Well, I mean, we have a lot of blue ones, and yes, there is a way of getting rid of blue artifacts. You can give them to other people, like you could find claimants, grant them to them, and all of that sort of stuff, but what I'm meaning is there's no quick way of doing it. You still have to give away each artifact individually, and that's a huge time sink. But yes, I've reasonably sorted things out. Now, I also, between episodes, went back to the previous episode and I had a look. I did disband the army. I clicked the button and I clicked the confirm. None of that registered like to my conscious brain. That was all subconscious, which is unfortunate, but it gives us an opportunity to raise up fully supplied troops this time, and we have to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. I think realistically we would love 5 armies, but I think maybe 4 armies is our play. So if we create an army here, split it in half, disband half of them, split that in half, one lot goes there, one lot goes here, then we raise another army over maybe here, and send one up and one down maybe, or one over and one down. That might be our best play. I think that's probably going to be the way that we end up with the best split up army. Yeah. I think that works for me. Although one of the first ones we're going to hit are these guys. Where's your capital? Did you ever move it to Paris? Yes, okay, you actually moved it to Bruges. Oh, perfect. So if we raised our troops in, say, Antwerp, we could send one up to Denmark and one down here. And that would do pretty well, I'd say. Although if I send one up here, we probably want them going that way. Maybe I send one here, one to Holland, and then go over to England. That could work. That could definitely work. Yeah, and then have one just basically take the Isles. Yeah, I think I like that plan. Anyway, we also got a court event as well between episodes, which we have to deal with. So, let's do it. I'm going to increase this person's martial stewardship. Wonderful. Also, I realize we haven't been upgrading our nomadic capital. It's not really needed, but we probably should upgrade it, right? We should upgrade this at least one more as well. Lowers our mercenary hire cost a little bit more as well, which would be quite nice. Talking of mercenaries, any new mercenaries we can get? Nope, we currently have all mercenaries, but we could get a holy order. That's probably worth adding to our pile. Right, so, yeah, let's raise our troops. I guess it's always very weird. You raise your troops before you go to war, because you want them to be on the borders here. So let's do that here. Is that all of them? 7 months left for the rest? What am I waiting for? I don't know. Holy Order founded. Description. Oh, wow. Okay. I must be waiting for this to reinforce, I guess. I guess these guys haven't reinforced yet? Oh. Refill with gold. Disband. Re-raise. Let's do that. Okay, I'm still waiting on some for 7 months. Who am I waiting on? Back to this. So these guys are now reinforced. All my horde riders are reinforced. It must be my mercenaries, right? I must be waiting on these guys reinforcing. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, let's cancel that. So what I want to do is split this army in half. And then I'm going to pick one of these ones. I'm going to pick this one. And there is a reason for it. The reason is this is most of my siege units. And I'm going to disband it. So, I don't think I'm going to need a ton of siege units for this one or this one for these wars. So that's why I'm disbanding them. Let's split this army in half. Let's make sure that we've got organizers. So we're going to go organizer. I can probably get rid of this one. These were for specific things in the previous campaign. There we go. And then we're going to send one all the way over here to where I sent them previously. Then I'm going to disband that, or we're not unselect that army. That's a better word for that. And then we're going to send one down to Amdo, I think. Although, can I actually reach Amdo? Wait, where's Amdo's capital? It's there. I hate this land for conquering because it always ends up like this. It's all split up all over the place. And you's also over here. I guess I'm going to send you here, maybe? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And then over here in Antwerpen, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to raise the troops and we're going to split them in half. 30,000 north, 30,000 south. And we just wait. How many troops do you have? 6,000. Okay. That's reasonable. So we're waiting until this gets to 60,000. Then we know we're ready to go. Sure, I'll be friends with this guy. Pay ransom. Sure, you can pay ransom. That's fine. Not bothered by that. And I also just realized I never actually hired the... There are no holy orders. Alright then. Well, I must be going crazy. I guess that's what the description thing earlier meant. It must have meant that there is no holy order. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I guess that's what it meant. As a founded holy order, it meant no holy order. Oh, we got lots of people who want to pay ransoms to me. Alright, I mean, that's fine. I'll do that. This thing's now got hostile scheme speed reduction on it. That's alright, I guess. Surma's been born. This is my granddaughter. She's not very impressive. Sure. I'll take your money. Right. Continue raising our troops. Just need to wait for this to hit 60,000. These guys are still moving. More people are offering me ransoms. I'm just going to say yes. I mean, no reason not to. I guess what I should do is probably do this. Ransom the 29 people who need ransomed. Anyone willing to submit, by the way, from these ones? Yes. So you will actually submit. Oh, because we're not at war right now, so you'll submit. Oh, alright. And then you as well. You're also willing to submit? And give me money? That's pretty good. I should check whether anyone's willing to submit as well. Like you? Siston? Yeah, you're willing to submit. Perfect. You willing to submit? Of course. Alright. That's some free land. How about Lomon here? No. You? No. Mariol? No. Amdu? No. Hala? No. Hagen? No. Karnata? No. You? No. There's going to be a lot of no's here. I'm just going to tell you, there's going to be an awful lot of no as the answer here, but that's okay. Coruscant? No. You're a confederation, so you'll say no because of confederation. Checking you're a real confederation. You are. Darfur? No. You don't share a border. Burgundy? Burgundy? 31%. It's not bad. We'll work on that. Holland? Just while we're next to them. 66. It's not bad. We'll probably ask them as well in a bit. And continuing to go for people we have borders with. Poland? No. Ruthenia? That's again a no. Denmark? No. You? Yes? Ish? So still a no, I guess. Yeah, yes-ish is still no. Alright. Well, let's unpause. Information brokering. I don't care about hooks that people have. It's not relevant to me. Right, bunch of ransoms accepted here. I didn't mean to open that menu before there. I'm just trying to click the X button. There we go. Keep clicking it. Right. They're all gone. How's our prison looking? 9 people in it. That's a lot better than it was. Just start the process of merging them up. Clear this. Can grant vassals to rightful liege. So these must be a couple of vassals we just got. Right. Clear those. Back to raising our troops. So we're at almost 20,000. I don't need your blood brotherhood. Thank you very much for the offer, though. Right, I have inherited some new land. Okay, this is part of this duchy, which I also apparently hold. Let's give that to you. You are now going to hold the duchy of Carinthia. Yeah, there we go. Do you desire things now? Yup, there we go. Wonderful. Is that all of them? Oh, you need another one as well. Wonderful. Right. Continue raising troops. You know, 60,000 is the number we're looking for here. And the moment that they actually finish reinforcing, we know we're good to go. 5 months left? Huh. Interesting. I wonder why it's taking so long. Eason here is frail. New learning perk available. Wonderful. This is going to put our health from fine, probably to fine, but we'll see. And our health is now good. Nice. Now, here's the question. Do we switch from learning lifestyle? I think the answer has to be yes. None of these are good and it's only a small health boost. We could maybe go down Inspector. Gets us a lot better long range bonuses. Increases your maximum domain limit as well, so we'll be able to hold one more piece of land. That's kind of nice. I'm not sure if that's what we want though. Just seeing what other stuff we have. I'm not going to do activities, so we can basically just ignore anything that's got that. I'm just seeing if there's anything in here that sounds like it's incredible. No, unfortunately not. I don't think there's anything in here we want. Mercenary contracts is interesting with the other reductions we've got, but yeah, we've already paid for them all, so I'm going to do that. This one... Soldiers of Lesser Fortune. Again, the mercenary hire cost is interesting, but not necessarily useful. Control is interesting. Yeah, a lot of this is interesting, but again, not useful. Peacemaker is kind of useful. An extra 10 here would be very beneficial for ending wars quickly. Is there anything else we'd want to do? Nothing in here, I think, is going to get us anything. Groom to Rule, I mean, is okay, but we're not really looking at next generation. I don't need money. Money is not an issue. Intrigue? I can't see this being useful. Then brings you back to this. Yeah. I guess the small health boost is kind of nice. I think if there's anything else we would even want. By the way, does this give you... It does increase your maximum and minimum domain limit. That's cool. Yeah. Could increase our herd conversion into horde riders of that. Sorry, I'm umming and awing, but that's because all of our choices aren't that good. Honestly, I think going Marshal, going down Peacemaker might be our best move. Like, ending wars at 80% instead of at 90%. That's a good prospect. Let's do that. Let's I'm wondering if I want to increase my Marshal. Let's increase our Marshal. There we go. Wonderful. So next perk is 4 months, but that's only because we're so far through. Right. Next thing that I want to do with that then is I want to go in here and change my book, because my current book is only good because it gives me learning lifestyle experience. So there's no reason to have it on if I don't have any learning lifestyle. So I've got the choice between the stewardship and diplomacy basically here. I don't know. I guess I'll take diplomacy for the opinion, because that's probably our only major problem if people try and rise up against us. And then here, I think I've got a book on here as well. Yeah, so this one doesn't matter, but this one does. So this is learning lifestyle. So we want to replace this one with some sort... Ooh, actually the medium health boost is kind of nice. Maybe I just replace it with medium health boost. 40% martial lifestyle experience. Never mind, we replace it with that. We know we have a medium health boost though, which is very interesting. Health is only fine currently. If it ever drops below fine, we need to do something. Also, I should take another concubine just so I'm not losing prestige. There's no real reason not to. So let's do that. Right. Continue. Oh, you've arrived. Nice. So that's this one. So you, offer submission or ruin. You're always going to say no, so I'll just demand your special soldiers. And then you are going to go here. Wonderful. Oh yeah, legend. How's it looking? 94. We're almost at the point where we can increase the quality to the 2nd level. There's no reason to complete right now, but that's kind of funny. Also, with legend, people saying the Hunnic heritage is the one that one of the ones that lets you get a new culture that you can merge with. Just kind of interesting. Wait, who's that? Omani conquest of something? Since when was I in this war? I don't want to be in this war. I don't know if I have any troops I can send over there. Huh. Interesting. Not sure what I should do in this war. Ignore it? That might be the best play. Okay. Is that taking war score you've got now from your siege? No, it's just worth 80 or 18%. What's this army? I must have inherited... Yeah, it must be when I inherited something. I inherited this army. Okay. 1,000 troops there. I have 30,000 troops here. I have 200 troops here. Okay, so let's make ourselves... 1, you need an organizer. And 2, let's make ourselves a little mini army. Once you arrive. There we go. We are going to... not reorganize army while moving. Okay, then stop moving. Let's go for... little 5,000 man Horde Rider army. You're going to get your own little organizer. And the organizer is going to send you over here. Right. That's fine. And then you're going to carry on down this way. Right. This army needs to disband as soon as possible. The one that was over here. Yeah, because you're just useless. What else have I got? You're still gathering. You're at war. And you're moving. Wonderful. How am I looking in terms of this? This is still going. Okay. So where are we? It's... oh. Game crashed. We got game crash. Alright then. I don't know when the save is. That's annoying. It's also annoying because the game tends to crash on saves. So let's see what we got. Trying to think of a way that I could figure out where we were before we load in, but I don't know. I guess I could have looked at the save, but anyway. Loading back in now. We'll find out just how far back we are. But yeah, that was a straight crash to desktop. That was just no messing about, no weird glitches before it happened, just done. So, we'll see. Hopefully we've not got a dead save. It happens occasionally, but I'd very much like that not to be the case, because this is an Iron Man save, which means that there is only one. Which is why I usually don't play on Iron Man, but I do it when there's a new DLC out, just because there's a whole bunch of new achievement-y things. Although I guess you don't need to play Iron Man for that anymore. Anyway, I'm just ranting and hoping that the game loads quicker than it usually loads, but it is pretty slow now. It does tend to load pretty slowly. Anyway. Right. Let's see. It says it's at 100%. Are we in? We're in. Wonderful. That's not too bad. Okay. That's not too bad. It's before I got rid of the armies, but that's... or it's before I sorted out the armies, but that's okay. It's before that army even landed. Okay, so before I noticed I was in this war. But after I'm in this war. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Right. You, stop moving. Gonna make another Horde Rider army. 5,000 men. You're gonna get an organizer. And you're gonna be sent down here. Right. You. Oh, I don't have the organizer filter on because that did that last time. I definitely clicked organizer. Yeah, on both times. Okay. At least I'm not going crazy on that one. Right, clear this out. Don't need any of that. And then we're where we were, roughly. Minus like a month. Alright. And disband the army. Right, don't need that army. Okay. We have finished this siege. So now you're going to head up to here, siege that, and work their way towards their capital. Right, that's all fine. You have a leader, right? Yes. And you have a leader, you have a leader, and you're leading this army currently. Just still gathering. Right, that's all fine. We've inherited some land from the Greeks. That's probably what crashed the game, if I had to guess. It seems like the kind of thing that would. Okay, I'm going to grant this guy. Let's see. This land. Wonderful. There we go. Let's clear that out. I'm not over my domain limit. You just haven't calculated it correctly. There we go. Back over here. Okay. A war got invalidated, but I'm not really that worried about it, I think. I guess my vassals are like slowly expanding and getting us into wars. That's my only thought for why we end up in these weird wars. Oh no, must have been a war that guy we just inherited was in. Okay. You're still going? You're still going. About to arrive at your destination. Mariel. I'm going to say, give me your troops. Right. That's fine. And then I'm going to move you into here. Right. You really still gathering? 3 months left, huh? Okay. Mario will drown in blood, yes, as is tradition. Wait a couple of seconds for this siege to finish. And let's head into here. Let's get him. That should be a lot of war score for winning the battle here. I got a huge amount, I'm thinking. And let traits be known to all. Now we're moving into the next place. I just inherited some more land over here. Hey, you. Here is Corsica. Right. Clear out the list. We can transfer people. That's all fine. Right. Clear that out. Clear that out. You're still merging up. 27 days left. You're going for their capital. You're sieging. 5,000 man army is on its way. Right. And sieging, sieging, sieging. Just won a battle. Nice. I think that was the one up north. Now send you to the capital. They look like they're going to fight us here. Oh? Game crash. Alrighty then. Let's try it again. Now you're heading down here. They're sieging. And the game crashed. Wonderful. I'm going to put a cut in here and I'll be back once I find the logs. Okay, so we're back and I found the error log. The error log, by the way, in case you're wondering, is in your Paradox folder where the mods are saved, if you have any mods, and it's under something that's in a folder called Crashes. Very cunningly hidden in the place that you would be most likely to look. Anyway, the error, in case you're wondering, happened after removing travel plan from character Adrahan Lowborn of internal ID bunch of numbers, owner when the travel plan is not ending normally. Script system error. Error ordered in list effect given max value was bigger than the list, capping at the list size. script location is de jure shifting effects for DLCs. So I believe it is crashing due to a new thing becoming de jure for us, or due to a travel plan that isn't correctly ending. I don't know. It's a little weird, but also there's another error that happens a little bit after that, which is error remove character flag effect related to the golden lineage texture. I have no idea. It crashed, basically, is what I got here. I think those are our two crashes, because they're about, 30 seconds apart, so I have no idea whether we just happened to get two crashes, whether the two crashes are related or anything of that nature. As it is, we are going to do the thing that I really didn't want to do. Right, we're going to slow the game down a little bit. Now, is that going to help us? Probably not. But I have had it in Crusader Kings II stop the game from crashing, so, let's try it. Sometimes if you just go really slowly, it works. But, oh, game crashed again. So that was 19th. It crashed on the 19th. Let's do it again. Let's see if the game crashes on the 19th. And 20th, it crashes. All right. Let's have a little look at the debug, shall we? The debug for that one is... here we go. Removing travel plan from character Adrahan Lowborn of... Alright, let's see whether we can get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess I am going to try loading the game in debug mode. Let's try that. Okay, as you can now see, we are in debug mode. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for character Ardahan Lowborn. And we're going to try and find them. So, first of all, let's see. Ardahan. Oh wait, was there an option for first name? Yes, there is. Okay. Let me check I've spelled it correctly. Ardahan. Well, that's going to make finding him very easy. Now, let me check the character ID. 503. This is the wrong Ardahan. Alright then. All. There we go. There are some more Ardahans, and just to make it easier, Dynasty Lowborn. Must be you then. Yeah, you're the only other Ardahan. And you've got a poor... Okay, this guy's Ardahan and he's unhealthy. Yeah, okay, so this guy must be just about to die. That would explain a lot. So he dies on the 20th, which then causes the game to crash. Alright. It does say console commands don't work, but I wonder what happens if I just do this. Random killer. Alright. Console commands may not work, but the other debug options do. Alright. Let's try that. And now we're going to progress. Game hasn't crashed yet. I mean, it crashes when we reach the 20th, but let's see. Do we get a different crash? It still crashed. Alrighty then, so it's not related to that, dude. Alright, well, let me load the game up again in debug mode, and we'll see what else we can do. Continuing to try and salvage something out of this. Launch in debug mode. Let's load up the error log and see what we got. So, error log for Crusader Kings III. Where are we? Oh, I also fixed the problem with my it popping up with all the old save games. The reason is that Steam Cloud saves don't actually delete, even if you turn cloud saves off. So you have to delete them separately. Now, I don't know if I permanently managed that or just sort of managed it for now. But yeah, that's why I had so many of those that I needed to deal with. Not that that's particularly relevant to why the game is crashing right now. It just might make it run a little bit better when it's saving in the future. Because I find if you have too many saves in a save game folder, it runs a little worse. But I don't know if that was even affecting anything. Right. Error log. Also, it appears that it's now restored all of those saves, which is even better. So I need to permanently nuke them. Right, it's loaded up the game, so let me go here and then click continue. Soon it will show on your screen. There we go. Right, crash. Okay, what have we got? Oh, we got lots of errors. We got, oh, okay. Okay, we got different errors. We got different people. So, that guy was fine, but we also have an error now with the new lowborn. Okay. I'm getting the feeling that, like, when it says that list is capping at max size, what it's meaning is that it's going to crash the next time it tries to do this activity, whatever the activity is it's trying to do. And that by killing the guy, we're not necessarily fixing the problem, we're just moving it one along. But, hey, we'll give it one more shot. So we'll go lowborn, we're going to go for all, we're looking for Ardahan. So, first of all, you're dead. Yeah, I'm just going to kill you. Right, so that guy's dead. So, that's fine. Next one, we are looking for a different name. We're looking for Ademar. Okay, Adem. I've completely lost where I was. I was in... There we go. So is that who I'm looking for? This guy? Let me double check that the name is right. 33605657. So the error we got here is error add courtier effect. Trying to put character in the court they're already in. Effect. Alright, well you, my friend, are slain. Yes. I do like how you've got bestow bubonic plague written like that. Anyway. He's dead. Now let's see what happens. We also have some such stuff here. Scoped object is not valid for something. Oh. For a task contract. I have no idea how we would stop that. It doesn't give me a character name, so it's very difficult for me to figure out how I could just kill the character before the script would come up. But let's see. Let's see what happens now. And third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and the eighth, and the ninth, and the 10th, and 11th. And... what do you reckon? Crash? Not crash. It's crash. Alright then. Let's see what the error log says. While I load up the game again. The error log says... down here in the error log. Sure, I'll load it in debug mode again. Error log. What have we got? We have same character crash the game. Alright. You want to know the reason why it crashed this time? Target character is dead during effect execution. Alright. Alright. Yeah, so it errored because they're in court despite them being unable to join courts. They're likely dead, is what it says. Well, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Alright. And then again, de jure shifting effects happens again. Let me just see what this de jure shifting effects thing is. Maybe it's related. So we're going to, while the game continues to load in the background for you. So it's got a place where I can hopefully find it. Common on action. Maybe if it's a de jure effect, I can give away land. And if I give away land, yeah, if I give away land, then that should fix it. Yes. Yes, that should fix it. If I give away land, because it won't de jure drift. Yeah, okay. If I can fix this, then that would be good. So we're going game. Wait, yeah, it says game. Common. DLC. I could also just remove the decision, or whatever it is that's crashing the game temporarily. But that would probably have greater effects from it trying to be called from elsewhere. But let's see. So DLC, MPO, MPO on actions 2. Right, and then I'm looking for line 560. Line 560 says, de jure shifting effect, Kingdom Duchy. Okay, so it happens when you're nomadic. Highest hill title is greater or equal to kingdom. Switch equals trigger root highest hill title. De jure shifting effect, upper title empire, lower title empire. Okay, so it's trying to de jure shift a duchy into a kingdom, I think. So is it potentially because I have too many duchies that are de jure drifting at once? Is that potentially what's causing the game to crash? So the two options are make kingdoms, which would stop the duchies de jure drifting, or give away all your land. Alright. Let me just check something here. I'm just seeing what my options are. What's this? It's a lamp. Brother, I crave the forbidden lamp? What? Okay, let's ignore that then. Okay, this is because I'm in debug mode, obviously. Okay, new plan. What we're going to do is we're going to give away all of our we're going to make all of our titles kingdoms. Yes. We're going to create every de jure kingdom we can create. That's the new play. If I create the de jure kingdoms, it cannot de jure drift from kingdom or from duchy to kingdom because I have the de jure kingdoms. So let's create these. Yeah. So if I create all the kingdoms, it cannot de jure drift. Right? That would be the smart thought, right? Surely it can't de jure drift if you've already done it. Kingdom of Persia. I could also create the empire titles. There's no real reason why you wouldn't want to create there's reason why you might not want to create it, but there's no real reason why it would cause you an issue. Yeah. We should do that, yeah. Because then it won't de jure drift empires as well. Yeah, let's create all of these. Okay, there's quite a lot of money, but, you know, if the game crashes and we can't progress, then, you know, what we're going to do anyway. Oh, let's create the empires while we're here. That's fine. Scroll down. Empire of Italia. Create that. Azurian. Byzantine Empire, definitely. We'll be the Emperor of the Byzantines. Wonder if there are any decisions that reopen because you become the Byzantine Emperor. Yes. Reclaim Constantinople. Interesting. Interesting. Empire of Turin. Kingdom of Pontus. Okay. Kingdom of Crete. I have more to do after this as well. But it's going to involve going into a different map mode. So we'll do that in a second. Moldavia. Yeah, that's fine. Macron. I should delete the top ones here. There we go. You know what I should do here is I should just deselect all the ones I don't want to do. And then it only shows me the ones I want to do on the list. Kingdom of Himalaya. Right. Keep creating these. Kingdom of Italy. Holy Roman Empire. Definitely. Bavaria. Germany. Frisia. You can get rid of all these duchies. And that's fine. Okay, so we now have all the duchies. So now what I need to do is I need to go in here and I need to see what's de jure drifting. Well, approximately 98 years that'll de jure drift. Okay, so that's probably not going to be a problem. That's not going to trigger on the 20th of February. Next, anything Empire de jure drifting? Okay, 95 years. 96 years. 96 years. 100 years. Okay. 99 years. So this should be fine. I think. There shouldn't be any de jure shifting effects because I hold everything directly. Right? So I shouldn't crash. Yes. I have logically concluded the game will not crash. Hey, we finished a war. We didn't finish the war last time. Alright, I'll enforce demands. It's different. Anything that's different is worth doing, by the way. Always worth doing. Because if you do something different, there's always a chance... Oh, interesting. There's a bug here. That's weird. Or is that debug? That must be debug. No, that definitely looks like bug. Anyway. 20th. It crashed. Alright. Right, it is now roughly 2 hours since I started debugging this, and, well, the save is dead, is the long and short of it. It is very disappointing. I had a look into a couple of different solutions, tried killing off some characters who events were triggering on, didn't seem to do anything. Tried having a look at this de jure drift event, and that was crashing. Did a couple of different tests with that, managed to get it so the error didn't show up in the error log. Still crashed. Tried removing the contract that it was having issues with using a save editor. Managed to do that. Still crashes. Makes me think that it's crashing for a reason that we don't know of yet. Now, it would be lovely to think it's something that we had control of. Like, I've tried disbanding all of our armies. I've tried doing all sorts of things. Tried making it so we don't finish sieges. Tried making it so we don't finish buildings. Done a ton of different things. Doesn't seem to affect it. And the unfortunate thing is, although it could be our character and it could be something related to us that's causing things to crash, it's just as likely that it's, you know, this guy causing things to crash, or this person, or whatever, right? It could be literally anything in the game causing it to crash. And although we could go through squashing bugs one by one, I don't think it's actually going to get us closer to the source of the issue. I get the feeling that the game just has a lot of bugs that happen in the background that it doesn't show you, which would seem quite likely. So, unfortunately, this is the end of our campaign. This is not at all how I wanted to end it. This is very disappointing. But this is where we're going to end it. Now, at the end of campaigns, people do like to see certain things. So, we'll do a couple of map mode checks. Shouldn't be too much crazy stuff. We didn't actually run the game for that long in terms of our normal game. So, that's what religions looked like at the end of the game. So, a lot of things that were going to become Tengri at some point. Culture should pretty much be the same as they were. Not going to be a huge change there. What houses control things? Well, we controlled a lot. Seljuks controlled some. We can zoom in a little bit here so you can see some of these ones. None of it means much to me. None of these are jumping out at me as crazy ones. You cannot go onto a lower mode on this map mode, by the way, in case you're wondering. Because that would be interesting, be able to see who our vassals were, but nope, can't do that on this map mode. What have we got? Economy. Yeah, there is no economy in the nomadic lands, essentially. There's the development map mode. It's gonna surprise you. There is no development in the nomadic lands. Terrain, probably not gonna change. Diplomatic relations, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna load the landless rulers map. That's got half a chance of crashing the game. There's governments. Yep, all of this was nomadic, apart from the bits that were clan. But still ruled by nomads. County fertility. Yeah, that's what the fertility map mode looked like. I don't really know what to say with that one. And there's our legend. Our little legend that wasn't really doing very much. Right, what else have I got here? We do have... Where are we? Situation map mode, which... Hey, it's working again! Hey, it was broken and now it's working. There we got our 3 situations again. It must have fixed when we added something new to the one of the situations. Yeah, it must have been it. Alright, cool. Well, there you go. There's the situation map mode. So we ended up with a lot of drought. When's the next one? I was just checking when the steppe season changed in case it was related. It is not at all related. Okay. We could also look at landless rulers on that map, but we don't need to. And then we have our house. So there's R. With 144 living members, we were the highest ranked. With a couple of cousins below us here. And yeah, not a lot of our house, really. We did have 2 houses, though. There was us, and then there was also Blue over here as well. Cool. And that was run by Blush the Second. Wait, was Blush the Second the son of Blush the First? Is that why he created it? Because he was our rival at one point, right? No, he was actually the son of Big Look. He was the son of Blush the First. Yes, okay, so he was our rival. I think either our rival or our father's rival. That must be why... Wait, he didn't create the house, though. His son did. Alright, anyway, just create the house anyway. I was trying to create a narrative, but there was no narrative to be had. And then if I go on to the dynasty map mode... Am I in the right place? That's living members. Where's the... Oh, that's the one I'm looking for. There you go. There's our dynasty. For a change, we can actually show our entire dynasty, basically. Because, well, there's not that many of them. Yeah, usually we've got interlinking stuff and it's all kind of horrible. But this time, yeah. So, dynasty. Quite a lot there. Although, I'm not looking at it from our level. Let's go back to parent level. So there's our grandfather, Emperor Krakotoi. And this is what our dynasty looks like from that point of view. Very, very big. And this is it going down into that side house, which is also, I think, over here as well. Oh, wait, no, this is a separate... Oh, okay, like this is historical, I think. Yeah, I think this is a historical part of the house that doesn't connect to the rest of it. Alright. Cool. And then... I think that is everything that people usually want to see. In terms of a... summing up of what I feel about nomadic stuff, I think nomadic stuff is interesting. I think there's a lot of potential here. Unfortunately, Paradox have basically said they're not going to be looking into the potential, which is unfortunate. I think that there's a lot of issues with it. I think that we've seen things that don't work. We've obviously seen things that have crashed. We've seen things that work, but in a way that doesn't achieve the goals that they wanted to achieve with the DLC. It's like a lot of things just don't quite work properly, and it feels like it's a misstep to not address these, because I feel like it's gonna cause problems later. I think leaving nomads in their current state is not a healthy state for the game. But hey, we'll see. On the positive side, it's probably quite good for mods. Like, I would suspect that the Game of Thrones mod will love having all these nomadic mechanics in it, because it's going to make the Dothraki a lot better. I don't know whether there's any use for it in the Elder Kings mod. I can't think of an obvious nomadic thing there, but I'm sure that there are other mods that are using it, so that'll be cool. And they did make a good point about how it's very, very moddable in the patch notes of the original DLC release, so it'll be interesting to see what different groups do with it. I could definitely see you hijacking the mechanics for other reasons. Like, you wouldn't necessarily have to be like, we're, you know, a nomadic horde. You could be like, they're just nomads going place to place, although maybe you just use landless adventurers for that sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, this was a fun series. I don't know when or what we're going to do next. It may be that we start a new episode or a new series tomorrow, I guess. I hadn't really planned for this. I thought this was going to be like another 3 or 4 episodes at least. So, hadn't planned to end the series, but I guess, you know, the game forced our hands. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.